Hi everyone! Welcome to General English Grade 12, Chapter 1 with the title Do You Need a Hand? In this chapter, we will be talking about how to offer help and to respond to that. First of all, let's take the goal of learning this topic. At the end of the learning process, you are expected to be able to understand a conversation involving some expressions for offering help. You are also expected to be able to use some expressions for offering help and respond to it in a manner which is acceptable in social and cultural contexts. Next, you are expected to be able to understand the social function of conversation involving offering help and responses in English-speaking countries' cultural context. Then let's check the social function of these expressions. Offering help is for politeness. Actually, when you are thinking of traveling abroad, you will definitely want to be able to offer your assistance if necessary. It is considered polite to offer help. You may want to help someone with their bags in the overhead locker once they have boarded the plane. Or perhaps an elderly woman who finds difficult to cross the street. In English-speaking country, people would likely offer help when they are in such situation. Offering help is also commonly used by a shop attendant or hotel receptionist to greet their customer or guest. One needs to make sure they can answer it readily and politely. Offering help is also a means of keeping interpersonal relationship. It is nice to offer help to a friend, colleague, or member of family who needs help. It shows that you care. Now, let's see some of the following example. This is a conversation which might likely happen in an office. So the receptionist will greet the guest. Good morning, sir. Can I help you? And the guest would likely answer, Good morning. Can I see the manager? The receptionist, if the boss is not there, would readily ask whether the guest, need help. So she would ask, Would you like me to make an appointment for you? Then, if it's needed, the guest would say, Oh, yes, please. Can you make it for 11 a.m.? Okay. There might be another offer. Would you like me to tell him anything? And a very polite response would be, That would be marvelous. That's a formal one. So that's what would happen. Another example. Okay, this is a situation at home. When it's very cold outside, then someone uh, might need to offer help to shut the window. Someone can say, May I shut the window? And if it is needed, the answer would be, Oh, yes, please. Okay. Can I get you anything? That's another expressions to offer help. Then you can answer that question, Thanks. That's just what I need. So those are some example of the use of expressions for offering help in some context. Now let's see some vocabulary that will be important for you to be able to express or to offer help. You can just say, excuse me. You can just say, do you need help? Okay. Of course, you can say some other words instead of saying help. You can say a hand, that's the same meaning as help, or a favor, or assistance. When you say, do you need a favor? Or do you need assistance? That sounds formal. You will use that when you're talking to someone that you don't really know. But if you are talking to someone that you know very well, you can say, do you need a hand? Okay, then let's say how we say that. When we want to offer help, there are some expressions that we can use. Some expressions are informal. These are the expressions that you can use when you're talking to a member of your family or your friends, very close friend. You can say, need any help? Need some help? You can also say, I can fix that for you. Or I'll get that for you. For neutral expressions, you can use this when you're talking to someone that you know or a stranger, but still it would be considered as polite. You can say, can I help you? When you're talking to a friend, and it would still sound alright. You wouldn't sound distant or stiff. And when you use these expressions to talk to a stranger, this is also a polite expression. This group of expressions are the formal one. You will never use this when you're talking to a very close friend. You only use these expressions when you're talking to someone that you really respect. So let's say you meet the president, okay? You can say, how can I be of assistance? Okay? Or when you're talking to your teacher, you really respect him or her. You can say, would you like me to bring that book to the library, for example? Okay. Now, do you always accept help when it's offered to you? When you want to accept help, okay, you can say, oh really? Thanks a million. This is when you're talking to a friend or someone that you know very well. You can just say, yes, please. This is okay for talking with a friend or a stranger. How kind of you. Thanks a lot. Okay. These are the neutral expressions. And when you're talking to a stranger, you can say, it's very kind of you to offer. Or, oh, would you? Thank you very much. Or would you? That would be marvelous. The use of the word would indicate that these are formal expressions. Now, sometimes we don't need help in that situation, then we can decline an offer. When you don't want someone to help you, you can say, it's okay, I can handle it. Or, oh please don't bother. I don't really use this except if I'm talking to someone who knows me very well. You can say, no thank you, but I would prefer to say, no thanks, I'm good, because it sounds more friendly. For the neutral expressions, you can say, thanks, but I'll be alright. Or, thanks, but I can do it myself. When someone say thanks and is followed by but, it shows that that is declining. It means that the person, he or she is saying, no, you don't need to help me. I'm alright. The next expression is the formal one. we can indicate here that the formal expressions are usually longer. You can say, that's very kind of you, but I think I can handle it. Or that's very kind of you, but I think I can manage it. No, thank you, or no, thank you very much. You can say, I can manage it. Remember, when we use different expressions, we use that depending on the person we are talking to. Now, let's check some of the rules that we need to pay attention to when we use some expressions. When we use this expression, would you like me to, or I'd be more than glad to, or I will, I can. Okay, these expressions are followed by infinitive or basic form of verb. You can see here, carry that luggage for you, give, get, switch. These are the basic form. And this expression, do you want any help with these expressions, is followed by noun or noun phrase. You can see here. Do you want any help with your project? Your project, here is a noun. And do you want any help with the washing? The word washing here is gerund. Verb plus ing, acting as noun. So remember here, some expressions are followed by infinitive. And these expressions is followed by noun phrase. Yay! We've done all, but don't leave yet, yeah? Because it's time for us to have the practice. Let's take the practice. Practice 1. Check the following expressions and decide whether it's used to offer help, to accept, or decline it. It's okay, I can handle it. What do you think? Is it offering, accepting, or declining? Great, it's declining. Next. It's very kind of you to offer. What do you think? Okay, that's accepting. Thanks, but I can do it myself. Now, offering, accepting, or declining? Perfect, that's declining. Next one. Yes, please. Excellent. This is easy, yeah? Accepting. What can I do for you? Okay. Excellent. That's offering. The last one. How kind of you. Thanks a lot. What do you think? Is it for offering, accepting, or declining? Excellent. That's for accepting. Oh, we still have one more. Perhaps I could assist you in some way. Now, what's your final answer for this? Great. Offering. That's not all. Thanks. That's just what I need. What do you think? That's for accepting. Okay, now we move to practice 2. Choose the correct answer to complete the sentence. The first one. Would you like me to blah 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 the report for you? What is the best answer for this? Remember, would you like me to is followed by infinitive. So prepare is the best answer. Next. Do you need any help with? What is following? Do you need any help with? Okay, the laundry. The laundry here is noun. I'll blah 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 the window if you feel cold. What do you think? Alright, so I'll is followed by verb. Basic verb, close. The very last one. I can blah 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 you my dictionary if you want. What do you think? Alright, land. So I can is followed by basic verb. That's really the end of the practice. For more practice, check the assignment on Google Classroom. See you on the next session.